UConn's Liam McNeeley is set to miss multiple weeks with a high ankle sprain, confirmed yesterday by head coach Dan Hurley in his media availability.
Here we go. Injury, for Liam, just he's got the high ankle sprain, so it's gonna be not days, it'll be weeks for him. So hopefully, if things were, I'd imagine, to go great, with the injury, he'll see, maybe some of January, maybe at the end of January, but it'll be weeks, not days. I mean, Liam was doing more for his team, than almost any freshman in the country. I mean, what we're asking from him was two-way player, second leading rebounder, a creator with a high usage rate, clutch shot maker, closer, second half of games. He had established himself not as only one of the better freshmen, but one of the best players in our league. And he goes back to, he's Aquaman now. He's going to go back in the pool, and he's going to go and do his work in the pool. He goes back to being Aquaman now. I prefer when he's Thor. When he's Thor and he's on the court, Yeah, but now he just goes back to being Aquaman.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. UConn can win the championship. UConn's absolutely a Final Four contender. It does, though, as you mentioned, kind of maybe hinge on Liam McNeeley, who has been incredible, I have to say. I mean, what he does all over the court is incredible. But if you're talking about the ceiling of this team, of course, it hinges on what McNeeley can do. So how are you feeling about that, just given the recent injury?
Well, I'm very concerned about the injury. Ankle sprains are funny. They said it's not serious. We've all sprained our ankle. Obviously, we're not elite athletes, but I think elite athletes, it's his movement and his movement off the ball and his movement driving is what is great for his game. Like what they're really doing is I love when they bring McNeeley off a corner, get him downhill off a screen, off a curl. And then he, once he gets up to the double box and he's in the paint, he's able to really make passes. He's able to finish at the rim. He's able to pass out for three. That's their playmaker. He's the one that makes that offense go. Him and Carabin are really the passing.
Yeah, I agree with you. McNeeley, he does so much, including facilitate. He's a solid defender. He's also just a really great passer. And then the way that he can score essentially at all three levels, right? He really is a key component of this team. I absolutely agree. When they need a bucket, at this point, it's Liam McNeeley, when everyone's healthy, even though you have Alex Carabin, you believe in Alex Carabin, and he is that guy and that dog and, the number one player on the team. When you really need a bucket, I'm thinking Liam McNeeley. Yeah, obviously, to reach their ceiling, they're going to need McNeeley healthy. They're going to need to be really cautious here. McNeeley has had some injury stuff. He had, a knee thing, I think, in high school. He had a small thing this past summer, when he went home for the 4th of July. And so, just going to have to be careful. But I will say this is a friendly stretch of schedule to be experimenting and to maybe not have your Liam McNeeley, to have your second best scorer, because they've got Providence coming up. Providence is not good. They've lost 7 games. They've lost 3 in a row. They just got rocked by Marquette. They're traveling to Villanova. That might be a tough game, but still, they're traveling to Georgetown. Georgetown is okay. That could still be tougher than expected, but none of these are crazy challenging games. Then they've got Creighton and Butler at home. So that's the next 5 games. Hopefully Liam McNeeley can get himself together before then. After that, I do think it gets tough. You've got Xavier on the road. After DePaul at home, you've got the Marquette road game. You've got St. John's right after that, and the Creighton road game. So there's a tough stretch right after this. But I think, McNeeley or not, UConn should be cruising in January.